Oh, hey, hello everybody. Guess what? It looks a bit different tonight, doesn't it? Because there's only one screen. And we all know why there's only one screen, don't we? Look!
Hey!
He's in the actual room, look! I can touch him, he's there!
You can't bend me off either with the
Oh, I didn't think of that. I should have had some kind of thing on a stick. Something on a stick.
Shrink the screen first.
Oh, just like if I've been him, I've been, and that's not going to work, is it? That's unfortunate. I didn't think of that. Hello, everyone. How is everyone? Are you all right? Did everybody see me and Baz playing expert golf this afternoon?
Yeah, but they missed a good bit. They missed a bit where I could actually hit the ball.
They did, to be honest. It got better towards the end, didn't it? Hello! This is weird, isn't it? Is this as weird for... Oh, I need to remember to look up there.
Oh, yeah.
Is this as weird for you lot as it is for me and him? Because it is very weird, isn't it? So, anyway, yeah. This is really, really weird. Rob said, how did it finish? It finished well. We were both playing well towards the end of the golf. So, yeah, for those that don't know, Baz and I have been mates for about 8 or 9 months through TikTok, and we've been communicating through TikTok and FaceTime and chatting all the time.
Sorry,
have become really good mates. I don't think this works with us two in the same room. But we've become really good mates. But up until today, we'd never met. So we met today, and we went for lunch. Then we went to play golf, and now we're here in our salubrious, secret location.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is an Airbnb, but it's in a secret location. So I've said before, I'm not telling you where we are, because if I do, then I've got a fear that there's going to be loads of people in dungarees and fake beards and glasses and snapbacks. The Bazettes will turn up. So just to avoid that, we'll keep the location a secret. But there is a clue on my T-shirt. I've just noticed.
Just really realised as well. James just said we're on different sides. We're usually on the other side of the screen, aren't we?
We are, aren't we? It's all gone. We've gone decadent for the night, and that's just because I've got a load of free shit down here that I'm going to show you.
Oh, this could be exciting as well. Sorry, can you hear me now? Just sound a bit quiet.
Okay.
I can't see out. I'm not quiet.
I don't think so. Yeah, we're sharing one mic. Can you see it? Can you see it? It's dead subtle, isn't it?
So, would you go through the set we've got for a change? We've had multiple setups while we were here.
We have.
We're going to be on a couch, but we've both eaten. And,
yeah, we both literally just eaten a massive dinner, so neither of us wanted to sit down on a couch.
And this feels more like it's going to be like a bar counter, closer.
Probably is.
So there's going to be some drinking. And
there is
some snacking.
So yeah, if you saw me live, briefly at R6, I showed you our haul of free stuff that we've been sent. So officially, this episode of the podcast is sponsored. Yeah, I mean that is the definition of sponsorship, isn't it? You whine about something so much that somebody sends you loads of free stuff. So yeah, we've got loads of free stuff tonight, and in fitting with us being in a virtual pub, even though this is weird because we're still in a virtual pub, but we're actually in the same room. So it's quite an odd concept for us.
So officially, we are actually both in the lock-in pub.
Yeah, we're still in the brace of Readlings like we always are, but we're on the same table.
That's the one.
Whereas normally we're on different tables either side of the pub.
It's 57 if you want to send it stuff.
Oh, Baz sounds like he's snorkeling. That's interesting because he's using the same mic that I am.
I'm literally here. Can you hear me?
We can't hear Baz well. How can they not? The microphone's there right in front of you.
Yeah. Maybe it's just my voice is just a bit nasally. I usually got a mic right here in front of me.
I don't understand how that can be possible.
It's very soft-spoken.
Well, there's literally nothing we can do about Baz's actual voice.
I'm guessing as the evening goes on, it's going to get worse.
yeah, exactly. So don't worry about that. The quality of what we say is going to go downhill anyway. It's a natural fog on. Absolutely. Absolutely.
This
is quite an expensive microphone.
It might just be the tone of the voice.
Yeah,
who knows?
Anyway,
we'll carry on.
Whatever. That is as good as you can. He can't tweak his microphone back in Bedford.
I'm literally over here.
Sounds like you're in an empty room. He's not in an empty room. I'm here. What the hell are you talking about? Anyway,
let's just do a quick test. So, can you hear me any better now? So, can you hear it still in mic? This is wonderful. Right, wonderful. Oh, okay.
We're going to sit and wait until you tell us. Like, if we turn the microphone like that, can you hear better? Go speak now, Baz.
Hello, can you hear me? And also, can you still in mic? More importantly,
we're going to sit and wait. How can he sound?
There you go. I'm just
you're talking the same like. Well, that's impossible. We're using the same microphone, so you're talking nonsense.
It must just be the megahertz or whatever it is.
Unless it's the acoustics of where you are.
Let's just carry on.
As opposed to me. Anyway, it is what it is.
I'll be drinking anyway.
Exactly. Right. So anyway, yeah. And we've sold our soul to the devil. Well, it's not really the devil. It's more like the gods of free stuff. There you go. Let's call it that.
Should we give them the first shout of the night?
Yes. I mean, you probably can't see it, but Baz is actually got the first clue. He's wearing a cap. The company that we've been movies chair. Can Baz move his chair next to you? He is next to me. We're just gonna have to deal without the sound. Baz sounds like he's in a bathroom, really echoey. I don't know how that is because we're both sat next to each other. So
I'm going to come down a bit further. Really
go on then. Go on then.
Hello.
Right, is anyone going to tell us what's going on? Because Baz is actually closer to the microphone than I am now.
Let's just crack on. Better.
Slightly better. Well, that'll do then.
Anyway,
Jesus,
I'll
tell you what. No, I'll tell you what. Maybe it's the acoustics of where you are. So I'll just push this around here. Honestly,
hours of painstaking.
You don't get this on the one show, do you? Right, I'm going to have to shift this round as well.
Hello.
Jeez.
How's
right,
that?
Come further round. Come further round.
I mean, it's important that we get this right.
Pretend you like me.
Right, I'm going to try now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's important because this is going out on YouTube at some point. There you go. It's better.
That's better. Good.
Oh.
Right. Well, that's the first 11. Well, that's the first 11 minutes of tonight's podcast. Ruined, wasted, and not on the highlight reel.
And in fairness,
okay, it's much better now.
In fairness, we usually get a technical glitch. So
we do, but it's normally not broadcast for 11 minutes. Though. That's the best. Anyway, let's get on to more important things. Yeah, we have been sent a lot of free stuff. We got sent a lot of free stuff probably 2 weeks ago. And it got sent to my mum's house, and then I got back to England 2 or 3 days ago, and both Baz and my mum have sat staring at a massive box, not knowing what's in it. And we opened it today, and there was a ludicrous amount of amazing stuff in there.
Absolutely ages.
So we're not just going to go, hey, look at all this stuff. We're going to do what we normally do, which is chat about stuff and we're in a pub, so that's why I don't like how close he is now. That's why I put him around that side of the table, but you lot have made him follow me around. How you doing? The beard's a lot bigger up close. It's quite intimidating. Right, so what we're going to do is, you know when we normally say, what are you drinking? Well,
this is different.
I'll tell you what we're drinking. We're drinking this. So we're going to try stuff tonight. Boosh. The Snaffling Pig Company, and this is Mighty Swine Lager, and it's in a Pilsner style.
Can I point something out as well? So, yes, we will be talking about Snaffling Pig, undoubtedly. But
no.
They've got their slogan is "Let's make the pigging magic happen."
Well, Baz, let's make the pigging magic happen. So yeah, we are going to try this stuff, and I hope we like it because there's potential for this sponsorship to continue. So if we,
in fairness, I've drunk tequila recently and I've managed to have a straight
smells good. Brewed using 100% British ingredients, this Pilsner style lager is crisp, clean, and utterly refreshing. Well, I'm really thirsty and I haven't had a drink before the podcast, which is what I usually do. But yeah, let's give it a go.
Oh, hang on, England glasses as well.
Yeah, England glasses. We've got the football on the telly as well.
No, I like that.
That is good, isn't it?
You're about to see how much I like it in a minute.
That is good. I've deliberately not had a drink before the podcast. I need to keep looking over there. I've deliberately not had a drink before the podcast because I wanted the first drink to be with you and just tell you what this stuff's like. So yeah, I'm gasping, and this ain't going to last long. So I'm going to fire this one down. There's loads of stuff we're going to go through tonight. We'll still chat to you. So if you've got any questions for us, okay, yeah, no touching under the table, guys.
My hands are on the table at all times. Doesn't mean I won't be touching with my foot.
Yeah. I've not been touching him under the table, just myself.
Should we talk about when we met today?
Talk about
when we met today?
Yeah, go on, you go ahead. So I'm going to keep drinking this.
We were going to meet in a place called Crowded House. Is that okay to say that now?
Yeah.
And then on the drive up, I got a message saying, 2 of the members of staff have got COVID, so we can't go there. And so there was a quick change of direction, and we ended up at a place called something Hall. It was
a Red Hall Hotel. Was it Oscars?
Yeah.
I think it was.
I mean, I'm going to say this right now. The food was okay, but the service was a bit poor, wasn't it? It was a bit poor. But
the food was good.
Yeah. And we were undecided about the greetings, so Mike was going to go in for a hand and a shoulder, and I just went straight in for the man hug.
I know, yeah. That was the awkwardness. I mean, I find greeting your mates is an awkward thing anyway, because it's do you do the handshake? Do you do the kind of that one? Or do you just go straight in for the man hug? Or do you do the combo of that one and then wrap your arm around?
Yeah, that seems quite complicated. I just went straight for the man hug.
See, that's what I went in for, you see. And Baz refused my hand and went straight
Just
into
dived under his arm.
straight into a bear hug.
Well, the one thing that was good about him was the shirt that Mike had on today, I almost bought as well on Tuesday. So if we could turn the bit...
Yay! Sorry to interrupt. But Saka's just scored for England 1-0.
Sorry, I'm paid. Yeah, so it would have been really embarrassing had I had the same shirt on, but it would have been funny on the golf course.
It would have been really funny if the two of us were wearing the same new shirt from Next. Yeah, made it. Shopping Next now.
Oh, that's the next sponsorship deal we're going for, right?
Yeah, well, anyone can send me anything.
There you go.
Yeah, but this is good.
Yeah, it is.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah, in our England lessons, look, 50-odd minutes of the England game, no goals. We start drinking this Snaffling Pig Mighty Swine Lager. England score because we're drinking that out of this.
So the people at Snaffling Pig told you whether you can buy any of this stuff?
You can, yes. You can buy this. And look at this. Just in case you wanted to know, there you go. I could work for Snaffling Pig because they say pig in everything, and I've done that myself. Get them pig and cheap. Discount code DanDancer 15 for 15% off.
Yeah, because it becomes less interactive if we're just talking about the beer and saying how nice it tastes if you can't go and try it yourself.
No, exactly. But that's not what we're here for. We're not just talking about the beer.
Okay.
We're talking about some various snacks we've been serving as well. No, we're drinking and we're eating along with our normal stuff. So
I literally came with nothing else but the drinking part of it.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
Well, isn't that the way you usually turn up?
So yeah, we've had a guest. Let's talk about that. We've had a guest confirmed for next week, which is quite exciting. We've had a guest confirmed for next week, which is a lady who is a newsreader. I keep looking at the picture instead of the camera. I need to look at the camera. We've had a lady confirmed for next week. So on next week's podcast, we've got a guest on again, and it's a lady who is a newsreader for BBC Bristol, and she is called Alex Lovell. I just spotted her on TikTok. She came up on our For You page on TikTok, and she only just joined TikTok, but she's a newsreader. She's in her 40s. She's a newsreader, but she rides a motorbike. She does loads of like adventurous things and extreme sports and all that kind of stuff, and seems to have a real lust for life. So I've invited her onto the podcast, and she said yes. So she's coming on next week, which will be very exciting. So if any of you are from the Bristol area, you'll know who she is. Yes, she is a newsreader.
I don't know literally nothing about her until you put in my.
No, I've been about her until she cropped up on my For You page.
It's good though because she's only got like 12 videos, so you can watch them all and know.
Yeah, exactly. So she's called Alex Lovell, Lovell. So she's coming on next week. So I think that'll be really interesting to talk. I think she's worked in TV for like 20 years. So that's always an interesting thing to hear about.
But also, actually sat between us.
Oh God, no! I think we'll be back to 3 screens next week. But then the following week, I think we're going to be together again. Together forever.
Oh, no.
Probably stop that right now. We should put that out. Seen her before. Just googled her. There you go. So yeah, she cropped up on the For You page, and I just thought she'd be interesting to see because, like I say, TikTok's all about her on a motorbike and the kind of adventurous stuff she does. But also she's a newsreader on the telly. So there you go.
Yeah, so she'd be the first television celebrity we've had on.
She'd be the first really, actually famous person. Yeah. Not one of these people who just like have got quite a lot of numbers on TikTok. She'd be the only person who's famous outside of TikTok, I think.
That'd be bad.
The first person on our podcast that people outside of TikTok will have heard of. There you go. That's probably the best.
So I just realised I'm lagging behind Mike. So what we don't usually see when we're not together is how quickly somebody drinks. And I'm just realising.
I just told you I'm really, really thirsty because I'm really, really thirsty because I've been waiting until this moment to start drinking. So. Excellent. Right, Baz, go and get another one.
Hang on, I just need to answer. Pennywise, it's Big Rob.
It's Rob Appleton.
What are we on next then? Just the next one comes out of the freezer.
Well, we've had a lager there, so let's have the other lager. There's a Pilsner one, isn't there? Oh, look at inside. You know what?
I don't want to deal with hangovers tomorrow.
I know it all. Sweep it all into a bin bag when we leave.
Right, so we're going for the tail.
We're going for what?
So our options are. Well, do you want to put it to the vote? Or should we just
just bring us the Pilsner one. You don't want to switch to a. Oh, hello. I recognise that name. Who's just sneaked in there, saying hello, boys. Are you in the car park at Belfast Airport? I know that seems like quite a specific ask, but it's because I think she is. Right, so now we're on Twisted Tail. This is a pale ale. I said get the
other one's just a Pilsner.
Yeah, that's what I said. Oh. Well, we've just had a lager. Instead of going lager pale ale back to lager, we'll do lager pale ale.
Understood.
Lager pale ale. That's a different version of the. And we've got we've got branded bottle openers as well, but we're not opening the bottle yet. Mrs. Dad Dancer, it is Mrs. Dad Dancer. She's back in. She's currently in the car park of Belfast International Airport because she. I don't know if it is. Anyway, Belfast Airport because she flew back to get a jab today. Not that saw her because I was too busy on the golf course to meet up with her. Right then, so now we've got Wild Hog Pilsner. This is 4.9%.
Oh, no.
This is getting serious now. Inspired by Czech classics with a British twist. This Pilsner has a crisp, dry flavour and a woody bitterness. That's why I wanted this one next, because I wanted to follow that one with woody bitterness.
You're usually the best assistant, but I'm failing miserably.
Well, do you know what I mean? You're the only assistant.
I do need training, but I've been good. I've done the dishes. I went out to get the dinner.
Yeah. See, Jill's saying sidekick needs hospitality training. He needs everything. He needs house training.
Oh, hold on. That's not fair.
Here we go. Let's try and get a decent head on this. So again, we're in the England glasses that I bought at a great expense. If 99p from Sports Direct would be classed as a great expense.
Do Crowded House own a Crowded House pub?
No.
But they did dream it was over today.
They did. Well, it was over today because it was over before it began. Because I got a phone call about an hour and a half before our booking, and they said 2 people who work in the restaurant have got COVID. So that's it.
Have you tried this one?
No, I haven't.
This is
I'm doing a podcast.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. You can.
Yeah. Right, I'll try it now. Okay. Oh, it's easy on the nose.
Oh, yeah, go.
I don't even know what does that even mean.
Keep going.
Oh, that is not. That's not. I think we've done these in the perfect order. Yeah. I think that first one was very lagery. This one is kind of. This feels like a bridge between lager and an ale.
It's very pilsnery, isn't
it? It feels like a bridge towards the ale, and that's what we're having next.
I think there's going to be some burping to be up in it as well. This is gassy, isn't it?
Right. So yeah, just for those who think that my wife might be watching this podcast on her drive from Belfast back to Donegal. Oh, sorry. This is the trouble when you do a bit of a watch-along thing with the football. Austria just hit the bar. Sorry, but the whole point of this podcast is that you are in with us in our virtual pub. So tonight in the pub, we've got beer, we've got snacks, and we've got the football on the telly. So it's like a real pub. Anyway,
what should you do? She did the podcast with you throwing me out as well. So.
Yeah, that might very well happen. So yeah, what we've got. Just to explain that my wife will not be watching the podcast on the way back.
But she is.
She's going to listen in. So she's going to put it face down on the seat, or maybe do a Bluetooth thing. I don't really know.
This is a great podcasting. If you've got any questions for Emma or anything you'd like to say to her, we can send it on to her.
That's it. Or if you get any messages, whilst Emma is listening to this podcast, legally with the phone face down, in the car, driving from Belfast to Donegal over the next 2 hours, if you got any messages you'd like us to relay to her, then let us know and we'll pass those on. Isn't that nice? That? Yeah, it feels a bit like a telethon, but I still like that service.
This podcast isn't going to age well either, is it? Because people are like, "What's going on with this?"
Yeah, I didn't think of that, did I? It's going to be
on YouTube.
It's going to be on YouTube forever.
5 years time.
Yeah, it's going to be on YouTube forever.
Ask Emma what it's like.
Right. Have you got any questions for us as well? Seeing as there's the 2 of us in the pub, you lot don't ask us questions very often. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn it over to you. So you ask us questions or things you want us to debate no politics, no religion, and we'll answer your complicated questions.
Oh, here we go. Right. Can I read the first one? It's just a comment. This is Emma as a better barmaid.
Well, there you go. She's more attractive.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me saying so. Jess has said, Emma, do you need me to send you an Ann Summers catalogue to get you through the next 7 weeks? Well, I'll answer that. No, she doesn't, because next week she's going to be here. So she's coming. She and my son are coming to England for a week next week, and then the last 2 weeks that I'm here, she'll be back again.
It's nice all this travel, isn't it?
Oh, Rob's saying we're definitely the new Ant and Dec or Morecambe and Wise. Although we are sat the wrong way around, so we're the Dec and Ant or the Wise and Morecambe, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, come on, ask us some questions.
So
What are your questions?
Can you invert the screen and make it right?
I don't. Well, I could try, but I think that might.
Yeah.
No, let's not do it.
No, we said you go up
Anything
there.
could happen. So anyway, yes, this is good. Oh, we've got some snacks coming up later in the show.
Oh, we need to point out something as well, because I'm a vegetarian.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot more snacks that Mike's going to be able to try than I can.
Yes.
Not that I can, that I will.
And also, we need to highlight that whilst this is called Wild Hog Pilsner from the Snaffling Pig Company, there's no actual pig or no actual hog in it, so it's okay for you to drink, isn't it?
I'm glad I checked it now.
Well, I haven't checked. I've just assumed.
Ingredients: barley, wheat, yeast, allergens involved, and pork. Okay. No, let's not worry about it.
Wheat, barley, water, barley, wheat, yeast, and the insides of a pig.
Yeah.
And we're all right.
I mean, it's just, if it's blended right, it's fine. Morecambe got promoted. Oh, did they?
Morecambe got promoted, did he? Sorry, I missed that. Hey, we mentioned Morecambe because we said we were the Morecambe and Wise.
There you go.
That's tremendous. Very good. Oh, there's a good question. I'm gonna bring Jill's question to the screen. That looks like a good one that we can. There we go. Right, Jill has asked: as a child, what did you want to be when you grew up? Baz, I'll let you answer. Baz, were you ever a child, or you've always been bearded?
No, I was never bearded. What I wanted to be when I was a child was taller.
He's still waiting. Although when we first met, I was disappointed at how tall he was.
Yeah.
I was expecting this borrower to get out of the car, and he got out, and I was like, "Oh, you're not actually that short."
You wouldn't have seen it though, but I had to go on tiptoes to give you that.
And he's wearing platform trainers as well, like the Spice Girls.
I've got a very tall head.
So yeah, what did you want to be apart from taller?
I wanted to be a superhero. That's God's honest truth when I was a little kid.
Is that what you said to the careers advisor when they said, "What do you want to be?"
I was going that far. So I actually wanted to be a hairdresser. Is God's honest truth. But during the school promotion, when I was at school, boys weren't allowed to be hairdressers. So I could only choose whether I wanted to be a brickie or a carpenter or some builder. I wasn't allowed to go to.
And which did you go for?
I did neither. I ended up just doing art and then bumming around after school. So yeah, that was it. I actually genuinely wanted to be a hairdresser, but I wasn't allowed.
Well, a friend of mine who sadly died a couple of years ago, he was a hairdresser, and he was a hairdresser. How cool is this? He was a hairdresser in Manchester at the times when all the Manchester music scene was really kicking off. So he was a hairdresser in the Hacienda. So we're like they'd film 24-hour party people and all that. Because they were always partying all night, they were never awake during the day when the hairdressers were open. Of course. So my mate Alex, he was the hairdresser in the Hacienda. So he did their hair for everybody in the Hacienda, which I think is amazing. So I've all gone in, got absolutely off the face, and got Alex, do me hair, mate.
So was this was before Oasis, wasn't it?
Yeah. This is like Happy Mondays sort of.
Yeah.
And Anthony Wilson and all the Factory Records stuff. So that was that. And I'll tell you what I wanted to be when I grew up.
I was about to ask. What did you want to be when you were a child?
Someone's already asked me, mate. It was Jill's already asked me. When I was very young, I was a big fan of the TV show Chips.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I wanted to be a motorcycle cop. And I did up until about, and like so much so that I went to like all the police station open days and stuff. I went along and sat on the motorbike and was telling them I wanted to be. right up until about 13 and going to the football and just being treated like, you know, like shit by arsehole police at the football.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I didn't want to be a policeman anymore. Or be on a motorbike, because you know what? I've never ridden on a motorbike. And the reason I've never ridden on a motorbike is they're really dangerous. And I know that if I went on once, I'd love it.
Okay.
So I've deliberately deprived myself of being on a motorbike. Because I know that the day after I went on a motorbike, I'd buy one.
Can you name them from tips?
I
could do the second one.
Yeah, the second one's got an Italian name.
Poncherello.
Poncherello, yeah. I nearly went with Fonzarelli, but that's a different ball game, isn't it? Right, next one.
There's a few further up as well.
Right, okay.
There's a good one for me.
This one?
Yeah.
What do you think is overrated? Baz, over to you.
What or who? I'm going to go for Coldplay. And U2. And various other music acts.
You see, like Coldplay and that's for me. That's a bit of an easy one. It's a bit like
kicking a small dog with his
head. Yeah. It's like punching a kid in the face.
U2 then.
U2, 100% with you. U2, Radiohead. That's another one.
I quite like Radiohead, but they are overrated though.
I mean, some of the stuff's all right. But yeah. What else is overrated?
Perfect.
What else is overrated? Hollywood.
Ooh.
If anyone's been to Hollywood, I don't mean the Hollywood movie scene. If anyone's been to Hollywood, it's a shithole. Absolute shithole.
There's many places like that, aren't there?
Oh, it's awful. You've got the thing, you know, with the handprints, one side, and the other side of the road's just full of like dollar stores and crackheads.
Yeah, you could say the same thing for parts of Vegas. Yeah, loads of that crap.
I expect that in Vegas. Yeah, that's part of the reason I go to Vegas, to be honest.
What's the old part called?
Old Vegas.
Yeah, it's got a name, isn't it, with the canopy over. Anyway,
Lost Vegas.
we actually haven't spoken all day, just so we can keep some gems. Literally haven't said a word to him all day. He's quiet.
Right. Yes. Here's a question from Mickey. Do they do any veggie bar snacks?
They do.
Should we try some?
Yeah, we should.
We shouldn't try the veggie ones first, because we've only got 2 bags of veggie bar snacks.
Well, I don't know about 2. There's like 200,000.
I know, but there's
like 2 flavours.
Let's do those.
Well, yeah.
Let's do these then. Over to you. So you might as well do it, because I've got to do all the rest of them. Yeah.
Well, I can read out some of the others. So they have sent us some perfectly salted, which is just standard peanuts. But these ones really interest me. They're the caramelised honey and chili.
Oh.
So I'm just going to dive straight into these. This isn't the reason why.
I'll open these ones and then we can swap.
Yeah. Swapping our nuts.
We've both had our jabs. We're all right.
So good old Stafford pig. Oh, these are a bit fiery.
Well, they're like they taste quite healthier than the ones you get in, you know.
Oh yeah, less greasy.
Yeah,
these are nice.
Oh, good.
They're like dry roast sort of. They're nice from others.
I hope you're enjoying this, by the way. We are. I don't even notice. I need to stop looking at this. Camera's up there, so you can see both of us. Hold on. We're both sat very close to each other. So what happens if I? Oh, these are good.
So zoom in.
Oh, let's go with that one.
Oh
no!
Yeah, that looks like we're in an interview room.
It does, doesn't it? No, let's go back to that one. Sorry, you'll just have to put up with me looking down here, because I can see you down there. Well, I can see us.
Anyway, so there's the answer to that one.
Caramelised honey and chili.
They're nice, aren't they? What do you think?
Yeah, very good.
Well, I agree with you. These aren't the usual ones where you look at your fingers afterwards and realise they're all greasy.
No, they feel they're a bit like the ones you get in the healthy bit.
Yeah, they just need a couple of raisins in them, and they'd be a health snack.
All right, there you go. There's a bit of feedback. There's a bit of feedback to Snapping Pig. So, sorry, I'm just taking them away from you. Sorry.
In fairness, this table I think is going to get quite full.
Yeah, isn't it? Shall I try? I want to try these. Porky Puffs.
Right, so these are only. So I checked these to see if any of these were actually not real pork, but they are.
Of course they are.
Oh yeah, but sometimes
ingredient one's pork rind.
Yeah.
Well, I've had similar sort of things to this before. It's like Quavers made out of pig.
Ooh, good.
Well, the maple flavour, so it's a bit like
syrup, sweet.
Yeah, but well, sweet.
Yeah.
That's really kind of. It's weird, but in a good way.
I need to point this out. At some point, I'm pretty sure that Mike's going to be doing some more cooking on his
Yeah,
knowledge.
there's sent me a cookbook, so I'll be doing plenty of cooking.
Oh, mate, some of the stuff, like, I'd look at it and think that converted back to eating meat, just so I could try it.
We're going to convert Baz back from. We're going to bring him back from the brink of being vegetarian for one night to try the cooking.
Yeah, some good stuff. We'll probably need to scroll through here again to see what else is what's been said.
Oh, no, lovely then. But I'm sure it's got a bit distracted. There's some that will happen a lot tonight. Okay. There we go.
Oh,
Did you want to be Super Ted or Banana? You can't say no.
Well, okay.
Let's say one of them. Would you rather be then? Would you rather be Super Ted or Banana Man?
I probably want to be Banana Man because when I got hungry, I could eat myself. Simple food related. And also,
When you say eat yourself,
I don't mean like that. At least,
do you just think that Banana Man looks more flexible than Super Ted? Is that what?
well, I've got more use, to be fair. I never really watched Super Ted or Banana Man, so I'm just going based on the names. They're a bit after my time.
Yeah, you forget the Baz is an old man, you see.
I was born in the 40s.
I had to sit and go.
Oh, that's a good question.
This one?
No, one below.
Oh, okay. Right, Baz. Away you go then. Mickey says you've got a choice of one superpower to have for a day.
And why? Oh, that's interesting.
I'm glad you went with the and why. But that looks to me like Mickey's gone, a choice of one superpower for a day? Why? Why have you been given a choice of a superpower for a day?
Well, the whys are always a bit difficult.
Okay, so
Go on.
one superpower, what are you having?
I would like to be a choice between invisibility or flying for me.
Well, that's not one.
Yeah, no, but I will come up with one of those. I'm going to go for flying because the reason for being invisible is probably not wouldn't make me look good in any light. So I'm going to go for flying.
I'm glad you did. So I'm beginning to think it was deviance.
Yeah. Well, clearly. What would yours be?
What would mine be? Superpower. Invisibility is quite interesting.
Yeah.
But not for the reason you're thinking.
Yeah, no.
Not for like the showers.
Yeah, we'll take
Yeah. No, just because I'm dead nosy. I'd like to be invisible and just go in. People I don't even know, just go in their house and listen to them. You know, like when you watch Gogglebox, it's just normal people talking about normal stuff. I'm just dead interested. I just love to go and listen to what they talk about.
I think you'd be a bit of a mix. So you'd probably be. I think you'd probably be on the golf course, people's balls and stuff like that.
Well, I will be now.
Yeah.
Now you've given me the idea. When I am invisible, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put my hand over the hole.
Actually, so just goes over the top. Think what the podcast is if I was invisible. So you go like this way, still. So what would you do then, Mike? Would you be perfect?
Yes. This is amazing. It looks very good. Hey, he can do live transitions as well. This is incredible, isn't it?
That was a slowest one I've ever done.
Yeah.
Anyway, so as a fade back in.
To be fair, you probably sounded like you were in the
toilet again,
in the room or whatever it was.
Oh,
what are we going here now? We'll be all right.
That one.
Here we go. Next one up. What's the longest you've gone without sleep and why? Over to you, Baz, while I think.
So this is, we're not on TikTok, so I can tell you this one. There was a product that was aimed at bodybuilders years ago, which was called Ultimate Orange. And the idea was it was supposed to stimulate workout.
Right.
So it's basically like a fairly strong stim or pre-workout. We found out much later that the batch that we bought from a lorry driver, which we thought was, he just stole off a lorry, was actually a disguised batch of a kind of mix of lots of stay awake drugs for ravers.
Wow.
And of course, for trains, if the recommended dose is 1 scoop, everybody goes to the gym has 2 or 3 because works better, right?
That's just irresponsible.
Yeah, of course it is. But so the thing is, I took 3 scoops of this stuff and I was awake for approximately 3 days. So no, this is not even a lie. All I could hear the whole time I was awake was my heart beating, like literally 24 hours a day.
I'm glad you made it through, Baz.
Yeah.
because we wouldn't have met if that story had ended the way I thought it was going to end. I don't know why I thought it was going to end like that. Because you're here, so I know I know you didn't die. So yeah, I don't know why I thought it was going to end.
But yes, so that was the only reason I've ever done that. And to be fair, it didn't stop me finishing off the rest of the tub, but it just ended up taking like about half a scoop before you went training. What about you? What was your longest period?
I can't remember. See, I don't stay awake very long. I like my sleep.
Well, you wouldn't know that now because we sat up till 4 in the morning.
Yeah,
and you've often gone to sleep 3 hours after the podcast.
Well, I stayed awake all night, but I don't think I've stayed awake for anything more than one night.
And actually, if you want to put in the comments,
let us know when you're like, if you've got any interesting stories about how long you stayed awake. That sounds very local radio.
It does very.
Yeah. So if you've got any questions about, if you've got any stories about, we're on the radio.
Sorry.
Have you got any stories about when you stayed awake for a long, long time? Give us a call.
I've started to realise as well, a lot of my stories from when I was younger, alcohol and drug related. Hang on, did you just put Nirvana are overrated?
Overrated Nirvana? No. Well, to be honest, I think they were very good.
It helped when he died, obviously.
I think they're very, very good. But I don't think there was. I would say overhyped rather than overrated.
I would say no to Nirvana being overrated just because of Dave Grohl.
Jess has said Mr. Brightside overrated.
The song?
Yeah. It is. It is. Well, to be honest, I realise that everybody in the world knows the words of that song apart from me, but I sing every word as loud as I can. And it is. There's no better song, to be fair, just to get a pub bouncing. I don't think.
Well, so on the lyrics section of the quiz again, that's going to come up, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There you go. One of my best friends.
Like that, just really loud. That's all I.
So one of my best friends is an absolute Killers fan, and every time they say to me, "Oh, I'm going to go see the Killers," I'm like, "Why?" Because I think Killers are overrated. I do like Oasis.
Not having that wrong. Not having that wrong.
There you go. That's interesting. Toast is definitely overrated.
Toast is overrated.
Yeah, I think so.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, bread, like sandwiches. All right, covered in really thick amounts of butter and melted, great. But like you can't. It's not practical. Sandwich, thick white bread. Even though I shouldn't eat it.
Sorry to interrupt toast talk, but yes, absolutely, cats are overrated. But don't let Kathy or Chloe. Oh, sorry. It's gone. Nobody saw a thing. Whoops.
Oh.
Right, here we go. What's something you can't live without? Baz.
Hats.
No, sorry, that was my answer.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, you see what I did? You see what I made a joke?
Oh, and it's live as well. Hats. There's one.
Hats.
Can't live without hats.
Can't live without hats.
What about you?
And that's because Baz's heart is surgically attached to his hat. So if he removes it, it pulls his heart out of his body. Next beer, guys.
Oh, look at the way you're putting them down.
I told you I was thirsty. I am regretting though, because now that we're drinking quite a few beers, as opposed to other drinks, I am regretting having steak and kidney pie, chips, peas, and gravy. 30 minutes before we started this.
We had to get to eat. We had to get something to eat. So we decided we'd go to the chip shop because we didn't have time to go to a fancy restaurant. So I said, we drove there first, there was a big queue, and then realised Mike could be back here setting this up. So I went back on my own. And so he actually said to me he wanted steak pie, chips, peas, and gravy.
Yes, mate.
And I thought, this is going to be really difficult to order it like it because I'm going to have to go along the menu. And there's literally, what do you want with your peas, chips, and gravy?
There you go.
It's actually an option.
Of course it is.
Brilliant. So yeah, I'm going to have a little plug for Armstrong's Fish and Chip Shop in Bury.
Armstrong's Chippy.
They're really good. Can't beat the chicken in the north.
All over it.
Oh, there's a good one. What's Rob saying?
Rob said he was awake for 60 hours after his son was born.
Yeah,
see, that's
a long time.
That should be advertised. That's like a contraceptive.
Also very precise.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming you might have rounded it down a bit. It might have been 61.
Just went, I'm going to go sleep now. That's 60 hours.
That's 60 hours. Yes, I've made it. Right, go and get the other beer. Jimmy B.
I kind of agree with it.
I 100% agree with him.
But
Jimmy B says the Beatles are the most overrated band ever. Now, with the Beatles, my thoughts on the Beatles are their music was pretty good. I don't think their music was this thing that everyone raves about. But there's a significant number of excellent bands who attribute the Beatles as their inspiration. So they must have done something good.
Have you ever seen the movie Let It Be?
No.
And if you haven't, you should, because it's brilliant. So the premise
No, because it's about the Beatles.
Yeah, but it is and it isn't. It's kind of what happened if the Beatles didn't exist and you were the only person in the world that knew those songs.
Oh, I do. I saw it.
So basically, he wakes up after this sort of event and he's the only person who remembers the Beatles. So he starts singing Hey Jude or something like that. And people go, oh, that's amazing, because they've never heard it before.
And they think he's written it, don't they?
And before that, he's a fading musician. So he literally ends up like being bigger than Ed Sheeran. And so he's having to remember all the lyrics, and he becomes a worldwide superstar. And then two people turn up, the only other two people on the planet that have ever heard of the Beatles.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've just ruined the entire film, but it is.
By the way, the Titanic sinks. There's another film.
Yeah. Well, also, the point I was trying to make was he starts talking about Oasis, and they said, "Oh, never heard of Oasis because they didn't exist, because the Beatles didn't exist." That's the reason I brought it up.
Right. Okay. We're on to.
I'm not. I'm one behind.
We're on to the third. We've got 4 different ones, so we don't have to go any further than that.
In fairness,
we'll go back to ones we've already had.
Oh, we've got the bottle one as well. In fairness,
exactly.
you did have the big box, so I think you probably should handle more.
Twisted Tail Pale Ale.
You have to tell me. I'll try it after you. But what do you think?
Twisted. Now this one is going to be the most. This is the furthest away from what I normally drink. So let's see how we get on. At Snaffling Pig, we think if something's worth doing, it's worth doing pigging right. That's why we always set out to make the finest, most awesome flavoured beer possible. A citrusy pale ale brewed in small batches, snaffled in sensible quantities. Odds. I do like this brand because I think the branding's very good, and I think the personality of the brand's very good. I'm not just saying that because they send us free stuff. I could say what I want. Now I've got the free stuff.
We sat here earlier just looking at it all on the floor, and it looks amazing. It looks like it should be filling shelves. Right?
Yeah, it is. It is very, very good. Right. So tropical, citrusy, easy drinking pale ale, light copper in colour, and perfectly balanced bittersweet flavour.
I'm still on the Wild Hog, which I'm still currently enjoying.
You're still working away.
I'm going to catch up then. I'll just read this one. I had a 3-day bender around Wakefield. I don't remember it at all. Woke up in a hospital after 3 days having my stomach pumped. Well, that would clearly describe a bender.
This is a podcast, not a self-help. Or a self-help, agony aunt thing.
I mean, was that bank holiday week?
Oh, the wife says hot tub's overrated.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I think baths are overrated, to be honest. Yeah. I know a lot of people. Love I'm gonna have a bath. No. My daughter spends literally like 90 minutes in the bath, and it's like, oh, candles and things. I get in the bath, and as soon as I get in the bath, I go, yeah, I'm sitting in my own filth now. Yeah, but also, I'm gonna get out.
It gets fucking cold really quickly, as well, doesn't it?
Well, not the.
How do you keep popping it up?
No, it's just like the wife pours baths that are hotter than the sun.
Okay.
Or monkey baths, as we call them. Because when you get in, you go. So yeah.
So yeah, I just agree. I like hot tubs. Hot tubs are good, especially if you're in the winter and you've got some drink on.
No, I'm with you. Hot tub is definitely not something we'll ever have at our house.
Or you and I together.
Yeah.
Although I think it would be a. Oh, hang on.
I know. I've just looked at the comments section. Fair old chat going in there.
Put that one up there. There you go.
Okay. So, what's the one thing you'll never do again?
Now check out the one underneath.
Gillian's gone route 1 with Shag Me X. Right. So let's go back to.
There you go.
There we go. So, what's the one thing you'll never do again? Never fall in love again.
That's a tough one because I've got thousands of things that I want to do again. What's the biggest one? Probably marry my first wife. That was a mistake.
That's quite an easy one.
Yeah, it is. It's a get out one. It's one that I can.
But you had a child.
Not with her, no.
Oh, did you not?
No. No, it's the ex's replacement.
Okay.
That I had the child with. And that was, in fact, that was.
The first one was pointless then.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Right.
The second one, though, I wouldn't do again, but I did have a daughter with her who I love.
There you go. So you have to.
So yeah.
You can't say.
I can't wipe out history. Mike,
Exactly.
there's loads, isn't there? I mean, some of them are nice.
A lot of things I wouldn't do again.
I wouldn't hit 100 golf balls on a drive range, then come play another game of golf with you the day after. My hands are fucked. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no masturbation for the next couple of days for me. That's for sure. We're on a podcast. It's great stuff.
Right. What would I never do again?
I mean,
go to Marrakesh. I know mine are like basically places. Yeah. It was, where would you never go again?
Would you not have Laurie Alice on the podcast quiz again?
Yeah.
Did you not do that in the first time?
No, I think she'll be. What? I was just watching this England game. It's like watching a Vietnam film. They're all. We're playing a game just before the tournament. They're all getting injured.
Oh.
There's just bodies everywhere.
All right.
I still watch them for the next 1 minute.
Okay.
But yeah, what would I not do again? I wouldn't go to Marrakesh again.
What was wrong with Marrakesh? I've never been.
We went on this ludicrous thing. I won't go into the details, but it was something through. It was a reward in Emma's business.
Okay.
And they were treated to basically put on a private jet, 30 odd of us on a private jet to Marrakesh.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
To Marrakesh, to one of the best hotels in the world. But that
the story.
No, but that wasn't married. No, I'd definitely go on a private jet again. I'd definitely go to one of the best hotels in the world again.
Yeah.
But not Marrakesh. Because they did this thing with us. They said, right, we'll go out and see the beautiful bazaars and all that kind of stuff. And they had to split us into groups of 4 with a security guard on each one.
Yeah, because you're going to get
exactly. But it's just like, well, why would you go somewhere like that?
Yeah.
Go somewhere safe. Anyway.
Good
it wasn't even that nice, to be honest. That was good, but yeah.
I've been to Marbella. That's nothing like that.
Marbella's amazing.
Yeah.
That bit of banús.
Yeah, love it.
Right, we've been waffling so much. Kathy Stewart said chips, cheese, and gravy, and we don't know if that's something that you'd never do again, or if that's something you say. If you had your time over again, or something you wanted to do from when you were young.
Yeah, you're gonna have to elaborate on that one. I'm interested.
I'm gonna have to go back.
Sorry.
Oh, we're way back here now. Jill will never go to Blackpool again.
Why?
Drink Southern Comfort. Southern Comfort.
Oh, I like Southern Comfort.
I like Southern Comfort a lot.
Actually, we need to redo a night on drinks we haven't drunk for ages and drag out some of the old classics.
Southern Comfort. Southern Comfort. I remember Southern Comfort. I was in. My dad used to live in Spain, and I went to. I used to go to this same bar run by this German guy, and nobody drank Southern Comfort in that bar. So I used to go out every few times, a few times a year, and he was. And I went in one night and I said, "Oh, I'll have something." He said, "Oh, we don't have Southern Comfort because nobody else drinks it." And I was like, "Oh, well, next time I come in, make sure you got some." So he got some in one night, and then towards the end of the night, I was like, "I'll have some Southern Comfort," and he went, "We've got none left." I said, "I thought you bought some." He went, "I did. You drunk it all." I was like, "All right."
The one above that is good. I like that one.
Okay,
this is for you mainly, but I've got a story.
What's the most exotic country you've travelled, and what was the culture so? Right.
Well, let me do mine while you're thinking of yours, because you're more well travelled than I am. So we went to Cape Verde, which is a group of islands.
Yeah.
And we stayed on the island of Sal, which means salt. And basically, it was before.
This is an education as well.
It is, yeah. And it's basically called salt because it's just massive salt flats. The whole thing is just a massive salt flat, and their biggest export is salt. Oh, it's also got the airport that
it's like Basapedia.
Yeah. It's also got the airport, which I'm pretty sure it's Idi Amin built, and it was supposed to be his strike force area if he was ever going to attack the States.
Oh, there you go.
Let's go on that one. Anyway, that's probably not the anyway. So over there are lots of everyone's au fait with the term "looky men." Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because it's just off the north.
Sorry.
It's because it's off the coast of Morocco. The place is absolutely inundated with looky men. But they're really not like the ones you'd find in Benidorm or Magaluf. These guys literally,
not like the good ones.
Oh, these guys are literally like timeshare salesmen. They literally won't let you go. So that was the thing I didn't like about that. But the thing is that all of the hotels have security guards, and if those guys come anywhere near you, they get seen off. So that was my culture shock. Probably not very cultural, but. And also, the week we went there, so this place is guaranteed 360 days a year of sunshine. We went there for 5 days, and it rained for 5 days. So a lot of their things are, you go and see this, you've got the Blue Eye, which is looking to one of these big sump holes by the ocean.
Yeah. And
there's a massive blue eye in it. Then they tell you all the stuff about the mirage, which obviously is another thing for the sun. And then the third one was you go to this one of these big salt lakes, and obviously if you do it in the sun, you come out and you've got this big coating of salt on you. All those things, depending on the salt of the sea, and the sun, completely waste of time. The only 5 days, fucking rain for 3 of them, and we didn't take any coats, and it was freezing.
Do you know? I just looked up there and I was like, I didn't know there was a phone on the wall. I just realised.
Oh, it's in the background.
It's not on the wall. It's in the background. It's just not properly there. I was like,
when you said, I literally looked at that as well.
It's not real, man.
Oh dear.
It's not real.
Sorry, the answer's a bit long and waffling. So I did that one so you could go to your exotic country. And
I think the most exotic place I've been is the Maldives.
Oh,
went on honeymoon there. But we've been to lots of places that aren't exotic, but lots of. We've been lucky because Emma and I worked in quite senior corporate jobs. We've been to ludicrous, like luxury places.
Yeah.
I tell you what, for my 40th, Emma paid for the suite on the top of the W Hotel in Barcelona, and it was bigger than our house. Honestly, it was. You'd walk in the front door, you turn right, there's the bedroom, and then with floor to ceiling windows all the way around that just look out over the bay in Barcelona. There was a big bath, and then there was a big bathroom with another bath and a shower. And of course. And then through there was a massive dining room with a dining room with 12 chairs, and there was a bar area, and then the doors opened onto a massive terrace that looked out over the thing.
Amazing.
It's absolutely incredible. And yeah, with work, we were flown into the Grand Canyon to have a picnic in the Grand Canyon.
Nice.
Flown in by a helicopter. So yeah, lots of things like that. So lots of luxury things. Where are we now? In Morocco, I kept my purse in my bra. If I got robbed, I'd enjoy being felt up. Bring that
in. Oh, that's genius. I love it.
Hold on a minute. I need to bring this to the. Rob Atherton said it's wrong. Chips don't go with gravy.
Oh, I think
that's southern talk. That is sunshine.
Rob's in the north.
I know.
In the north than here.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's southern talk.
I thought chips and gravy were the thing.
You behave yourself, man. Behave yourself. Right.
Yeah, sorry, chips, cheese, and gravy.
I think I'm going to go for.
Well, you get into the bar snacks.
Yeah, there's some more bar snacks.
I'm still enjoying the.
I'm
still enjoying the pizza cutting.
I'll see. Oh, crackling.
Oh, so this is your second one after the Porky Puffs, right?
Yeah, the Porky Puffs are still there. The Porky Puffs come in 3 different flavours. But I don't want to try them all now, because I'll just end up eating one out of the bag, and that'll be a waste.
Well,
whoa, they smell very. Whoa, I'm not sure as a vegetarian will enjoy the smell.
They smell porky salt and vinegar.
They do, don't they? It smells like pig and salt and vinegar. Yeah, good. All right.
What's the website? Can they order on the website?
Yeah. We got disconnected then, I think.
Yeah,
if you're on the website, Sorry, I've seen this while I'm eating them. They're really good. On the website, if you want to try any of these beers or these bar snacks, lots of things you can buy for Father's Day in the run-up to Father's Day.
Oh, it's worth reading out your.
Does Father love you? Dad Dancer 15 for 15% off at the website. The Snaffling Pig.
Who thought that?
It wasn't me. It was George. Let me just find the website.
I'm just about to finish my wild dog.
Yeah, you're way beyond. I might have to move on to the golden one. Snafflingpig.co.uk. There it is.
How does your reviews about better, Mike?
There we go. Snafflingpig.co.uk. You go there. Lots of things. They do loads and loads of stuff. We're probably not going to get through them all tonight because just like I would explode. And I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't thinking straight. I had a massive chippy tea just before we started. But they got some chorizo bites, which I'm going to try in a minute.
I had a huge fish. Another reason I could have a huge fish.
That's it.
Does anybody want to know the score for the football?
Revealing your pescatarianism.
Right, so I've now moved on to the Twisted Tail Pale Ale. You already described it, so that's the first taste of it.
Yeah, go on. Oh, hey.
So I did used to drink a pale ale, quite a lot of them, and then I realised, along with the wheat that you get in these things, this is the main reason why I'm so fucked the next day. It's got nothing to do with the alcohol or the beer. It's had a wheat intolerance.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Well, not to the degree of it being anything else other than that. But I do have an intolerance to wheat, a mild one. So now I don't drink drinks with wheat anymore. I don't really get a hangover.
Oh, well, that could be interesting for tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be a fucking nightmare.
I think everything you drink tonight's had wheat in it.
Oh, hang on. Someone's heading to sleep.
Oh, it's Jess. Night, Jess. Oh, she got toothache, bless her.
Oh, okay.
Night, Jess.
That doesn't sound like somebody who went on a 3-day bender, does it?
No, it doesn't, does it? It doesn't sound like somebody who wanted to know. Was it Jess who asked the question on how long you've stayed up?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, so Jess went, how long have you stayed up? Like she's some kind of Olympic champion stayer-upper. And now, at 10 o'clock on a Wednesday night, she's gone, I'm going to bed now.
Yeah. Well, in fairness, I mean, watching other people enjoy themselves, I'd be up for it.
Yeah, exactly. So how did the football match go? England won 1-0.
I mean,
Bakary Sacco scored the goal. But yeah, every time I looked up at the camera, looked up at the TV, an England player was limping or on the floor or so. Me and Baz are just keeping it like, that's why I keep picking my phone up just to check that Gareth Southgate's not called me up yet because there's so many injuries. Me and Baz can't be far from the list. So fingers crossed, eh?
Yeah. Have we missed any other questions? Have we got to the bottom?
See what we got. So do we order off the website? Yes, you do. Snafflingpig.co.uk. That answered 15 is your discount code.
There you go. So we're up to date with the questions.
Yeah, no, we're up to date with the questions.
Oh, Germany, Denmark 1-0. What's your worst date? I've got a great one.
Go on, then.
So, after I split up with my wife, the first wife, I went on a series of dates. But on one Friday night, I met a really, really nice girl. And so we decided to go for a drink on a Wednesday night, funnily enough. And I got so drunk. so drunk. She had to put me in a cab and get me home. In fact, I was so drunk, she had to get me into the house, put me to bed, bearing in mind that I was lodging at someone's house.
Nice.
And I was so embarrassed I never called her again. But apparently, she quite liked me. Maybe she was one of those carer types. But yeah, I don't even remember putting it to bed. And then the guy that I was lodging off at the time said, who was that strange person in the house last night? I said, if it hadn't been for her, I probably would have been sleeping in the garden. So that was a good first date to go on somebody.
That is.
Got absolutely twatted.
I thought the question was, what's your worst date?
Worst date. Well, it was for her.
Yeah.
That's probably worse than I could have imagined.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. I don't go on many dates.
I went on a date with somebody who literally I almost had to strangle, I had to wrestle words out because she didn't want to talk after being really chatty on the phone. So she's pretty one of those people there now. If you want to date, if you were on your phone to each other, you'd have a lovely old time. But yeah, literally.
I think she probably just you turned up and she just regretted the moment you turned up.
Oh
so
yeah, okay.
That's why she. That's why she decided to. She was just like literally counting the seconds until she could till she could go.
But it's weird though, because like she like messaged me again to see if I want to get on another date, and I was like, it's like children to myself all night, which is my favourite kind of thing to do. Oh, there's a good one.
There we go. The band or person you were most excited to see, but they were a big disappointment. You can go first.
So it was the 2000 and God, what was it? It was one of the first download festivals, I think. It was at Harewood House, and Queens of the Stone Age, who I absolutely loved at the time. They played literally like some dog shit garage band when they got on stage. They're pretty all fucking mangled, but it was awful. Do you know when you go there and you think that they're not even a good. If you want to see those in a pub, you'd be thinking this is a shit band, and they were playing in front of 10,000 people. And they were god awful. And considering I really liked them at the time, they literally were just shite. Here's mine.
Mine is a band you'll never have heard of, but it was a band I listened to at the time called Scorpio Rising, and they. The reason the gig was so bad is because we'd gone like over to Liverpool to watch them, and they'd done a really good first album, and this was like when the second album was coming out, a good while later, and they just played track after track their second album that nobody knew. So we were just like, what about all the stuff we do know? And then somebody shouted out. Somebody from the back shouted out, "Play something we know." And to be fair, the only thing I remember that was good about the gig was the lead singer responding to the question, the heckle, "Play something we know," with "Fuck off, I don't come to the warehouse and tell you how to sweep up," is what he said, which I thought was fair enough.
But you were expecting great things. That was.
Yeah, well, I mean, we were just dead excited to see this band because they'd taken quite a long time off to come out with the second album, and we were like, it was one of them that there was the album on the Monday and this gig was on the Friday, so we hadn't even had a chance to really kind of listen to this second album, so we didn't really know much about it. But we thought, oh, we'll go and see them because we're not seeing them for ages. And it was just, they didn't play anything other than the new album.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that, are you?
No, you're not. Oh, hello. Martin says Bon Jovi in 1996 in Cologne was so disappointing.
Yeah, so I reckon 97, 98, 99, and all the way up to now is probably disappointing as well. Can't stand Bon Jovi.
I don't think it would have just been a 1996 thing. That's not what I think, is it?
I should imagine everybody saw that concert and all the other ones on that tour were equally as disappointed. Because Bon Jovi, sorry, anybody who likes them, I think they're. Oh,
right, I'm going to show you some stuff.
Oh, that's controversial. Controversial from Kathy. Tim Vine, not.
That's about on track.
Yeah, go on.
Right, look at this stuff.
Pretty packaging, isn't it?
Look at all this.
This is not just some.
This is more stuff we've been sent. Look at this.
This is not just some.
This is
sort of Amazon company. This is very good.
This is a happy pigging Father's Day, which is pork scratchings in a jar. And then what else have we got? We got this set, which is the beer that I'm going to try now because I finished my last one, and a glass. That's a nice Father's Day. So you'll probably see these when I do some TikTok adverts for these Father's Day gifts.
Hang on, I think it's worth pointing out this recycling system they've made.
So that is the 3 beers that we've had so far with some snacks, with some pork crackling in there as well.
So just for everybody who's concerned about stuff like that, all the packaging is recyclable. In fact, they've got a pig putting it into the bin.
It's cardboard, yes. Yeah. And they've got a pig putting it in the bin.
I always think it's worth noting that as well, because
there you go.
I'm a bit conscious.
Right, I'm going to go and get some more beer.
Yeah, I'll get the shit job. So I'm going to scroll down through.
Sorry.
How do you scroll down on here? I'm just about to shut down the whole podcast.
Oh, I get to use me.
The bottle opener.
I get to use this Snaffling Pig bottle opener now. Right then. It's very hot. We've got the door open and the windows open. So I'm glad the people who live around here aren't actually around because We're being quite noisy. The door's open.
It'd be great though if they came. Well, at least now you haven't got to worry about like being quiet tonight.
No, exactly. So this one, light golden beer,
Blonde.
Snaffling Pig blonde, opened with the Snaffling Pig bottle opener. If anyone's struggling to remember who sent us all this free stuff, I think we've said it enough. But
I have to say,
it's the Snaffling Pig.
We'll see what they sent you. I don't think we can say it enough.
No, I don't. I think we're legally obliged to marry the Snaffling Pig. Oh, look at that.
That's the whole point, right?
It looks that way, doesn't it? I didn't think that was going to be a pint. Well, it's 500 ml. This can't be a pint. I've been shortchanged on my glass then. Bloody liars. Because you can't fit another 68 ml in that. Or 86, whatever it is.
We were originally we having half a can each when we always can't bring all these. We're going to have half a bottle each. But
Yeah, I was thirsty. So, Gillian. There you go. Favourite crisp flavour. Now we're talking.
So, of the standard crisps, I'll always be a cheese and onion, without shadow of doubt. But the other day, I had what was called a green onion crisp, which is obviously spring onion.
Right.
My favourite crisp now.
If we're talking flavours of like normal crisps, not like snacks or anything like that, I'd say cheese and onion on an egg mayonnaise sandwich.
Ooh.
Egg mayonnaise sandwich with a layer of cheese and onion crisps on white bread. Trust me. Right. Rob Appleton's just asked me, have you been sent the chili sauce with pork scratchings? Are you talking about the Pig of Doom ghost chili sauce? Because yes, we have. But we're not going to drink this tonight.
Oh, okay. Not that we're going to do shots of it.
You can do it.
No, I'm thinking, what if you're not? I don't want to be the only one doing it.
I'm not doing that, but yes, we have been sent that. Along with loads and loads of other things. So, yeah, we'll probably eat some of these. Well, we're back together again in 2 weeks. So we'll probably have some more snacks there.
I like the fact that Scotland get a draw and it's like the biggest win they've had for ages.
There you go. Well, speaking of Scotland, there's we're playing them on the 18th, I think. England versus Scotland on the 18th.
Is that in the tournament?
Is Rob the marketing manager for Snaffling Pig? No, it's George. George is in charge of. Well, I don't know what George's job is, to be honest. I think he's just in charge of contacting middle-aged blokes on TikTok and sending them loads of free stuff. I think that's his job. I don't know if that's his exact job title, but that's exactly what happened.
Kathy just said, do you not like that drink? Literally, so pale ales aren't my thing, but out of politeness to... So I wouldn't buy this, not because it's not nice. I don't know whether it's nice or not now, because I don't drink it.
Well, why don't you just put it one to one side and have go and get the other bottle of light golden beer?
I've only got one glass. Or do I get another small glass?
Well, just put that down the sink. There's a sink over there next to the fridge. Because we're in an Airbnb. Do you know what I mean? Up there for thinking, down there for dancing. When you do something like this, you don't go to a podcast studio that doesn't have a fridge and sink facilities, do you? George, as in Peppa Pig's brother. Well, I don't know. I mean, I was on a Zoom call with him, and he didn't look like that.
Can I have a Snaffling Pig bottle?
Yes, you can. There you go. There's your Snaffling Pig bottle on there. There it is. There. Oh, it looks like I've won these now. Oh, I technically have, but it looks like I've won on. I need to say crackerjack then. I'm not that old, but that sort of thing. We could try this one together. To be fair, Baz doesn't drink beer. He's falling on his sword for the sake of the podcast.
Oh, the first two I really like, because all the beer drinks I like lager.
There you go.
But if you are watching Snaffling Pig, if you want to do a nice spiced rum, I would be all over that.
This is your man.
I'll promote that like literally for nothing.
Right, so this rum. Oh, he's off.
Oh no, yeah, sorry,
He's off.
I thought you'd already tried it.
No. Served chilled is the thirst quenching and awesome flavoured alternative to lager.
Yeah.
a medium-bodied pale ale. It's an alternative to lager.
Tell me what you think about it, and then I'll tell you what I think about it.
It's not cold enough.
Ah,
It's nice.
They've been in the fridge for the longest.
Yeah, but they need to go in the freezer because that fridge is rubbish.
Okay.
What do you think?
So I like this one better than the pale ale.
Yeah.
It's a bit lighter.
Yeah.
And also it's not as gassy.
Yes.
Quite
it
like
is,
that.
isn't it? It is.
That's the only thing out.
Rum and Coke.
That's
That's
what
what it
it
is.
is. Mouthwash.
Yeah. Get your rum out, Baz. He's got it here. Please say Huxley Pig is the managing director. Well, we don't know. We don't know. I don't know the details. All I know is that Rob Appleton isn't the marketing manager. The person I've been talking to is called George. I can confirm it's not George as in Peppa Pig. That would be quite brutal. That would be quite brutal, though, wouldn't it? He's basically like selling his family.
George's real name is Rob, but he changed it for George just because of the Peppa Pig in it.
That's it. And then Huxley Pig isn't the managing director, I don't think.
I'm not drinking it for your sake. I'm drinking it for the podcast.
He's drinking it for the sake of research.
It is research.
If you don't like it, leave it.
I know this is much nicer. The pale ale I was struggling with, but yeah. And yeah, I've had nights out on beer. I've regretted them the next day.
Well, I hope I'm not going to regret this night out on beer for you.
You'll be fine. You drink lots of that.
No, I don't mean. I mean you.
Oh no, I'll be fine.
I hope you're not going to be bleating when we're playing a 9-hole pitch and putt. No, sorry, an 18-hole pitch and putt in the morning.
Oh no, I'll be bleating. Today
I'll be moaning about. Oh, this is why I don't. Yeah, oh my, this is why I don't drink beer. I feel a little bit tired.
In fairness, I played best with a hangover on a couple of occasions. So this is just my ploy to make everyone sort of feel sorry for me now. But in the morning, I'm just going to win everything.
I think so.
I won't win everything.
I think you will.
Actually, we usually ask what other people are drinking tonight. We haven't done that. So if you want to add that while we're watching.
What course did we play today? We played Bury Golf Club.
I'll tell you what.
It was a beautiful
I
course.
think it's possibly the nicest golf. I played Woburn.
Yeah.
And that's me gloating.
You're bloating as well.
I'm gloating because I played Woburn Golf and Country Club. This course today was absolute. I mean, it's terrifying.
It's a terrific course, but it's beautiful.
It's not long. There's just so much stuff in between the tee and the hole in there.
Yeah.
There's literally down dale. What's the opposite? Uphill, down dale.
There you go.
And if I do northern accent, it will like that.
Honestly, walking on the golf course with him, it's like
it's ridiculous. It's literally ridiculous.
It's like walking around with like someone like an extra off Heartbeat. He's trying to do a northern accent.
I'm not even trying.
No, but
it's worse.
Every so often, he just like almost everything he said was just like in a really shit Yorkshire accent. I was like, "Well, you shut up, man."
That's usually my whole summer's like that. But I end up with that really like northern accent. I can't help myself. I love it.
Well, next week, okay, we'll be in different. We're in different places again.
It doesn't matter. I'm with you. That's the problem.
Yeah,
I'm just getting it with you.
If you were on the podcast, what would your story be?
Oh, mine.
What's that question for?
If you're on the podcast,
yeah, go on, pie offline. Have you got a story? I can shut you up.
Oh yeah, no, I did mine.
You did, didn't you?
Yeah,
yours was
the Gran Canaria getting caught short one.
Yeah. To play a links course with some beauty on it. I played a links course over in Ireland. It's beautiful, called Port Salam. It's a stunning course. But yeah, I wasn't a fan of that. You don't really know where the fairway is. That's what I didn't like today. It's like blind shots, and of course you don't know. You don't really. There was one on a par 5. My second shot on a par 5. I didn't know whether after the hill the course went left or right.
Yeah,
so I just hit it, and it ended up in a bunker about 4 feet away from someone. So
I nearly killed a few people.
So that was an error.
Oh, good. I need to say as well to anybody who knows anybody that plays Bury Golf Course, everybody was really kind to me today because I sprayed the ball all over the place and I was literally having shots. And I really hit a few people.
Everyone's like that.
It's nice though, yeah. So
isn't it?
Come and live in Bury because it's obviously
nice.
Live in Bury.
It's a town called Bury, just north of Manchester.
But everyone was so pleasant, and like literally down our way, they'd be going, "Fuck off." No, they'd be going, "Back off."
He's gonna get his accent.
I know. Yeah,
Right, listen, we haven't lined anybody up for Pie or Fly tonight, but if anybody's got a story they want to come and tell us,
yeah,
we've got about 10 minutes left. If you want to come and tell us a story, and we'll decide whether we want to listen to your story or we want to throw a virtual custard pie in your face and get rid of you.
Guess who I want to come on?
Who do you want to come on?
Who
Kathy Stewart. Should we try and get Kathy Stewart on again? We should.
Even if you're sat in darkness, we'll just come on. We'll pie you.
Okay, so
yeah, Gillian's agreed.
So basically, what the if you haven't seen the podcast before, we have a weekly feature that we like to call "Will Kathy Sort Out Her Technical Problems?"
Yeah.
So we're going to try again tonight, Kathy.
Only first,
Kathy, we sent you the link last week. The link's the same. If anyone else wants to come and have a chat to us,
in fairness, Kathy,
come and speak to us for the last 10 minutes.
If you ever sort it out, and I don't think you ever will do, we'll end the podcast. So come on one night with like a studio lighting in an armchair with stroking a cat.
Kathy's not going to try now. Scared her off. Right, if anyone else wants to come on and tell us a story,
yeah,
then come on. We've got 10 minutes. 10 minutes left.
And yeah, and even if you want to answer some of the questions that were asked in here today, come in and tell us your stories about those things. So
there you go.
But I need to say before we do go off air again, this has been really good, isn't it? I quite like this thing.
Yeah.
Because like we have chatted all day, but obviously golf's quite a serious thing. And then we come back here, and you need to know a thing about Mike. Mike's got a lot of stuff going on in terms of like setting all this up, and I've only seen this screen for the first time today, and all the things we do now. It's a lot more. It's a lot more complicated than what I have. I have the 3 settings underneath, and that's it.
That's it. Yeah, this is where the magic happens.
And I always say this.
It's like the Starship Enterprise that I'm looking at.
I think we all appreciate the efforts you go to, even though you don't kind of like talk about it too much. You don't like to talk about charity, do you?
No. Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's worth noting. And obviously, all of this is around Mike's good work. So it always sounds like I'm trying to batter you up, but I'm not.
It does.
I just think on a weekly basis that I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. So this is as close as I've been to you ever. No, it's true. I'm going to say this now because then you might actually go, "Oh no, let's not do this again."
I can't play him off now.
So why am I doing it?
I can't press the button to get rid of him. No, everyone's gone now. Ali G, hello.
Hello, Ali. How are you? You come to see the last good 10 minutes.
Yeah, you've come to see the last like 5 to 10 minutes.
Actually, Ali G, I've never spoken to you for real. No, you need to send a link. Don't you?
Yeah, can I?
Do you want a link? You can come and chat to me and Mike and tell us a funny story about your life.
Come on the podcast.
But I've really enjoyed this. This has been very different.
So I think if I'm honest, when we do this again, I'm not going to have steak pie, chips, peas and gravy half an hour before we drink a load of beer.
Maybe
because I feel about 400 stone right now.
Bloated as well.
Yeah, really, really bad.
So I'd like to think next time. I think we should have next time before we come there. A cheese and onion crisp and egg mayonnaise sandwich.
Let's do it on the show.
Yeah. No.
We'll do that with a side order of pork scratchings.
Gillian always has a story.
Yeah, come on then, Gillian.
Right.
You've still got the link. Come and talk to us for the last 10 minutes.
Oh, if you want to describe your favourite crisps or your worst gig, Ali's at work again. We've had a few beers for Ali.
You don't have to drink.
Yeah, but she does work in a hospital, so it's probably not very appropriate.
Right, so Gillian's got the link. She's gonna come and speak to us again.
But I'll tell you what would be nice. Have you ever seen the Rogan podcast?
The what?
The Joe Rogan one.
Yeah.
Where they sit opposite each other and the camera flicks back and forward. I like that setup. I think that would work for us.
Yeah, but we need one of those things that's not a live one, is it? That's the
Yeah, you need 2 cameras.
You can edit it all
and you need a production board as well.
Do the prawn cocktail crisps.
Oh, I'm not sure about prawn cocktail crisps.
No, it's not up there for me.
They're kind of a sweet salt and vinegar, aren't they? Kind of a bit weird.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not for me. Right, while we're waiting, we've got so I've not shown you the stuff. We're not going to eat anymore.
Yeah.
Basically, can't eat.
Oh,
Gillian's waiting now.
I thought you were going to go for the.
I was going to go for the chorizo bites, but honestly, I can't eat anything more. We'll have these in a couple of weeks. chorizo bites. They're actually just big chunks of chorizo. I can feel them, like like mini sausages of chorizo.
Also, discuss how you say chorizo, because we discovered we say it the same, and other people say it differently than they.
Well, I think technically it's chorizo.
Yeah.
But I don't say chorizo.
It's
Chorizo.
Chorizo. I don't know. Anyway. What's next for us two?
We call it chorizo.
Chorizo. What's next for us two? Oh, so we're having another round of golf tomorrow, but sounds like a much simpler course. Oh, I see Gillian's face. She's got the right way around as well. You're bringing her on.
Yeah. So tomorrow we've got. Tomorrow we're going to go and play golf in the morning. Then we're going to go back to my mum's house and we're going to do some filming.
Yeah,
we're going to film. I'm going to feature in Baz style TikToks tomorrow, jumping around my mum's garden.
Well, in fairness,
there she is.
In fairness, it'll be your second appearance on there, and the only one that's done a transition with me previously.
I know, yeah. We did that. We did that at two separate things, didn't we?
We did.
We managed to bring it together. Right then. So for the last 5 minutes, we're going to get Gillian on, and she's going to come and tell us a story. So the pie's going to miss because there's not 3 screens tonight. But
I was just looking at your other options down there. Yeah, like literally. Yeah.
What?
Oh, no, I was looking at the options for your layouts down here.
No, we could do that. Got all that. Anyway, let's bring Gillian on. Oh, hello. Let's do this. Hold on. There we go. Here she is. We'll have to turn this up now because we've had the volume down.
Oh, yeah, sorry, we can't hear you.
Oh, that's too big.
Oh, Jill, are you watching us on the telly?
Yeah.
Yes. No.
Oh, I'll have to move my camera because fuck me.
It's right, I've been looking in the wrong place all night.
But yeah, don't look at us, look at yourself.
Oh, fucking
it's very confusing. I don't know, things are pretty wrong for you because we're on the wrong side of the screen each other. I'm usually on the other side, obviously.
No, my sound's on.
Joe, what's going on?
My sound's on.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you not hear us?
Oh,
Jill, are you just trying to make Kathy Stewart feel better?
Fire.
So, here we go. Oh, it's taking a long time. It kind of missed her. Right, she's gone. No, you only have one chance. I think she genuinely just did that to make Kathy Stewart feel better about herself.
I think you're probably correct.
I know, that's fair enough. That's a very noble thing to do. So, absolutely, that's brilliant. No, she's back again in that way up. Come on, you need to be sideways, Jill.
She's on the phone.
This ain't gonna work. This is possibly the worst.
There you go. There she is.
Oh, come on, Jill. Otherwise, we're just looking at something that nobody else can see and talking about it.
I'm gonna have a bit more of this lovely blonde, light golden beer while you're sort of having a taste.
That's it, Jill. There you go. Right, I'm gonna bring you on. You got one more chance.
Oh.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hello.
No, you can't hear me.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you not hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Woo.
Oh, this is brilliant entertainment for everyone.
I can't hear myself on the TV.
You don't need to hear yourself. So we can hear.
Yeah, you can hear yourself using your ears, Jill.
This isn't even. I don't even know where this came from. Right, so I'm going to tell you my story. My mum and dad were on holiday, and they ended up doing one of those trips, an evening trip, where they went to this big, rustic barbecue, and but the whole coach they were in a big minibus full of Germans, and they were the only British people on. And I'm sorry, Martin, they were the only people on the coach that were British. So they went and had this big beef barbecue thing, and on the way back, somebody on the coach just let off the most horrendous meaty fart. And my dad was just disgusted. He was like, bloody Germans, like they've no oh, they've no class, and like, oh, the stench, blah, blah. And when they got back to the room, my mum was like, yeah, that was me.
So it wasn't the Germans, it was the Scottish woman.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a brilliant story. And do you know what? I'm going to... Sorry, that's a brilliant story. What? Sorry, go on. Are you done? Or not? What?
Oh, no. She also flooded JFK airport toilets, female toilets, with a tremendously large turd, and then just walked out and pretended it wasn't her.
Okay. Look, you're definitely getting paid for that now. You're off. I wish you just left it in the first one, do you?
I don't know. I thought the second one was stronger. I've got to be honest.
No, I think the second one was one step too far. Oh, right. Anyway, it's time to go. So next week we've got a guest on again. So it'll be more normal next week. It won't just be you watching me and Baz watching a football match and drinking beer
and looking at the wrong camera.
And looking at the wrong camera.
Well, we're going to just say talking over each other is much easier because you don't go, hey, go on.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
It's better.
Yeah. What? Impolitely talking over each other.
Well, no, but actually stopping and talking. Yeah, the conversation's much easier. See people chatting.
I know.
Sorry, what?
Right. So so next week, don't forget, next week we've got a guest on, and next week's guest, so Baz, and it'll be more normal format. There'll be me over there, there'll be Baz over there, and there'll be a guest down there, and the guest will be Alex Lovell. And she's a news presenter for BBC Bristol, and she's been on TV for probably 20 odd years. And she now is her TikTok appeared on my FYP, and it just looked really interesting that she's just decided, she just looks like she's got a real zest for life, and she does loads of really cool things, like she rides a motorbike, she does a lot of extreme sports and all that kind of stuff. So that'll be really interesting to meet her. So that'll be next week. So thanks everyone for being on. Thanks for joining us again.
Thank you. Looking at you now.
So thanks for being on. Thanks for joining us again. Don't forget 3 o'clock live on TikTok every day. That's on mine. And the quiz this week on TikTok, if you are one who has TikTok, 9 o'clock on TikTok.
Who's on?
It's me against the wife this week, because she'll be in Ireland, I'll be in England. And people asked for a rematch, and you've got it this week.
So this is the bizarre turn. You're going to be in England for a change.
Exactly.
Your competitor's going to be in Ireland,
exactly.
In your own house.
Exactly.
It's going to be amazing.
Okay, so thanks for joining us again. We'll see you again next week. It'll be me in Bury, Baz in Bedford, and Alex Lovell probably in Bristol. So we'll see you then.
To come to one of our houses, which is completely acceptable now, of course.
Right. I'll see you then.